What if the most powerful voice of hope in the 20th century almost never reached the world? Stay with me to discover how a father's impossible choice on June 25, 1947, transformed his daughter's hidden words into a light that still guides humanity through its darkest moments. Amsterdam, June 25, 1947. Otto Frank sits in the offices of Contact Publishing, about to make a decision that will echo through history. In his hands are the typed pages of his daughter Anne's diary, words she never lived to see published. Today, 2 years after learning of her death in Bergen-Belsen, he's about to give the world her voice. This moment almost never happened. When Miep Gies first handed Otto the rescued diary pages in 1945, he couldn't bear to read them. "I don't have the strength," he wrote to his mother. Otto thought he knew his daughter, but Anne's words revealed a depth of thought, a maturity, and a hope he never imagined. Listen to what moved him. "In spite of everything, I still believe that people are really good at heart." These weren't the words of the young girl he remembered. This was the voice of someone who had stared into humanity's darkness and chosen to see light. Here's what's extraordinary. Anne had always dreamed of being a published writer. In March 1944, just months before their capture, she heard a radio broadcast calling for people to preserve their war experiences. That very day, she wrote, "Imagine how interesting it would be if I published a novel about the secret annex." She had already begun rewriting her diary with publication in mind. She chose the title herself, Het Achterhuis, the secret annex. Even in hiding, facing an uncertain future, Anne was preparing to share her story with the world. Otto faced an agonizing choice. Publishing meant exposing his daughter's most private thoughts, her teenage struggles, her growing into womanhood. But as he read, he realized Anne's words held something the world desperately needed, proof that even in humanity's darkest hour, hope could survive. On June 25, 1947, exactly 5 years and 13 days after Anne received her diary for her 13th birthday, Het Achterhuis appeared in Dutch bookstores. Just 3,036 copies in that first printing. Otto later said how proud Anne would have been if she had lived to see this. The response was immediate and powerful. The Dutch press called it a war document of striking density. But more importantly, readers wrote to Otto from around the world, saying Anne's words had given them hope to continue living. Today, Anne Frank's diary has been published in over 70 languages and read by millions. Every time someone finds hope in darkness, every time someone chooses compassion over hatred, every time someone believes in the goodness of humanity despite evidence to the contrary, Anne's voice echoes through time. Otto Frank made the right choice. Anne's diary became more than a book. It became proof that one voice, no matter how young, no matter how silenced, can change the world. Her words remind us that hope isn't naive, it's revolutionary. What words are you carrying that the world needs to hear? Share in the comments a moment when someone's story gave you hope when you needed it most. Your voice matters more than you know. Don't miss tomorrow's incredible story about another moment when one person's courage created ripples of change that are still transforming lives today. You'll discover how sometimes the most powerful revolutions begin not with armies, but with truth. If Anne's story reminded you that hope survives even the darkest times, hit that like button, and please subscribe to History Sparks for more stories that prove the power of the human spirit.